Swearing. Oh, because of the television, because of the movies, because of life is lifing, it's probably guaranteed that your teenager swears. The bottom line is you can't control whether they swear or not, and you can control where they swear. My feeling about swearing is this, and how I taught my children is that it's lazy. It doesn't communicate. I remember my son Scott said to me once, he said, what's the problem with calling somebody an AH? He said, just a part of your body. I looked at him and I said, well, go for it. He said, go for what? I said, go for it. He says, call you an AH and live? I said, go for it. So he called me an AH, and I got mad and called him an AH back. And then I looked at him and I said, I put a $100 bill on the counter. I said, tell me what the problem is. He said, well, we didn't talk about the problem. I said, that's my point. You get into a name-calling contest with somebody, you're not talking about your feelings, you're not going to resolution, nobody knows what the problem is, everybody gets defensive and hurt, gets angrier, and there's no resolve. So I didn't treat it as something bad, good, bad, right, or wrong. I just said it's lazy and it's not acceptable. Once again, you got to watch. If you swear in the house, then you can't really say to your children, well, it's not acceptable to swear, because you're modeling it. Something that you can do solution-wise, if a child swears, you can say, okay, I want to hear 3 things you could have said instead of that swear word right now. Just stops them down, gets them to do something that they're not really interested in doing. If they don't want to do it, you put them on the minute drill. You're on the minute drill, you have 1 minute to do what I just asked. For each minute you choose not to do that, it costs you a penny in the jar. And then they will do it. They will think about swearing in front of you or in the house because it costs too much not to do so. You could just if it becomes a problem, the child ignores this, then you can just say, every time I hear you say a swear word, pennies going in the jar and time's coming off your life. I can't control whether you swear, but it's not appropriate for you to swear in our home. And by that, you do teach some sort of self-control. I think it's also important to teach children that to some people, that is annoying or upsetting, swearing is. And so it's not acceptable to just swear whenever you want to.